welcome to Rolling on Three Wheels. I'm Keith Hammer. This is actually going to be my first podcast. I'd like to welcome to the first show, Frank from Ryker Ryderz. I believe he trademarked that, so nobody copy it. Frank, how you doing?
Great. Thank you for having us. Myself and co-founder, as you know, Will, co-founder, and I started this around 2018, end of 2018, but he's actually in another meeting as we speak.
Okay.
So I'll speak on both behalves.
All right, great. So 2018, I'm assuming that's when you guys went out and bought your Rykers.
Yes, sir.
You bought them straight from a dealer, or?
Yes, we actually purchased them. Well, Will purchased his in Fort Myers, Sarasota area, and I purchased mine in Fort Lauderdale at Broward Motorsports. Back in November, we actually put our deposits in, and we received our bikes December and the beginning of January, and the Rykers weren't to launch until February. So we actually had them before time. Not only that, but when we went to register the bikes, we're actually the first in Florida, total Florida, to have registered Rykers with proof.
Okay, that's cool. So you always give me 1 second. I got to make a quick adjustment on my computer.
That should be fine.
Actually, yeah, you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Perfect. Okay, great. All right. So it's you and your best friend. I guess you're the ones that bought the Rykers. Y'all started your organization. Why did you start with the Ryker Ryderz? What was that about?
It's actually an idea that Will came up with, and again, we were the first in Florida to have them. So he said, why don't we do something that we could bring everyone together that starts getting the Rykers and rallies and even the spiders, and slingshots. So he came up with the name, and we ran with it ever since. And then members just started joining, branches and so forth. We'll get to that later, but then it became 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, and family members and friends started purchasing them, and we actually started helping, friends and family get better discounts at certain dealerships because of the fact that we have purchased, a few in the past. So we got them pretty good discounts.
So how many got in the squad so far?
So far, right now, built to date, we have over 200 members and counting. We have close to 15 branches and about 4 different countries.
Wow. In 2 years.
Actually, this has been going on since the end of 2019, beginning of 2020, when everybody just started purchasing Rykers and rallies. It just, I can't explain the numbers that are just building and building.
That's amazing. That's amazing how that kicked off for you. You ever owned any bikes before, or
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Myself and Will, we had 2 wheels. We had cruisers, sports bikes, so forth, and again, the concept was he seen it when it first launched as a beta product a couple years back. Actually, it was like 2016, 2017. He's seen something online for it that they were going to launch it in 2019 or 20, something like that. And he actually just fell in love with it. And basically what he did was started talking to me about it. I mean, beating my head to the point where I said, all right, I'm going to pre-order mine as well. Then his dad pre-ordered, our friends pre-ordered, our family members pre-ordered, everybody just started pre-ordering them, and we just started taking deliveries.
Great. That's crazy. So have you taken any big ride outs? I mean, what's the largest one y'all went out on so far?
Yes. I mean, I am actually located in South Florida. He's in Central Florida. So I drive down to him. That's about 2 hours, 2.5 hours for myself alone. And then from there, we ride out to Daytona, West Coast, East Coast. I mean, we go just yesterday. We're going to post pictures on our Ryker Ryderz social media pages. We were just in, around the Sarasota area, Fort Myers area. They had a nice event there, a bike ride event. It's a tiki bar there. It's called TT Tiki Bar. Oh. So we were out there yesterday, and that was about another 2 hours away.
Oh, all right. So I guess that means that everybody who's in your Ryker Ryderz club, y'all all join up and do these big ride outs, doing any charity work or putting anything out there?
We actually have something in place that we're going to be giving away back to school.
Mhm.
you know, supplies for the kids. Also, we're going to be doing donations. Now, keep in mind, Ryker Ryderz is a non-funding riding community. We are an RC. Ryker Ryderz is trademark, or registered trademark, and we have an official, you know, Instagram, Facebook, different, you know, YouTube pages, and then the website itself is actually being built. It's taken about a month and a half to do that because everything is coded out. Obviously, you already know that.
Right, right.
But we want it to be fully integrated. You know, fully integrated where you can click on different branches, see the members, a little bit of information about themselves and the president, the captain, so forth. You know.
Yeah, I saw your organization because I just recently got on social media myself, and that's how I came about seeing the Ryker Ryderz. I was like, wow, that's a pretty unique name to launch, to grab up so quick since the Rykers came out.
Yes,
So
sir.
in New York, I bought mine 2018. I was actually on the waiting list myself. So, you know, I was at the dealer, like, you know, he was like, you know, hey, they're in. Can you get here in 2 hours? You know, because in New York, they were only getting them 2 by 2. So I was like, look, I'll be right there. I raced down there, I bought it, you know, and I looked around and I tell you, I think I was the only one in my neighborhood with one when they came out. So I said, you know, after the whole lockdown and everything, because I had it for the first year, after the whole lockdown and everything, and I was looking all over YouTube and people doing all their work on their bikes. So that's when I decided to say, you know what, I might as well start working on my bike too and film it. What else am I going to do? The whole world shut down anyway, right?
Yes, sir. And so, you know, when we, meaning you, I, Will, and everybody else that got them back in 2018, 2019,
19, yeah.
there were the mechanics at the dealerships didn't know too much about the Can Am products. So we had to do our own research and actually talk to the mechanics and show them how to torque the rims and, you know, how to do certain things on the bike that they didn't know how to do. Because I remember on one instance, I had to bring back my bike because it was making a noise or something like that. And also Will had to take his bike back because of something of that nature to find out that there were recalls.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys out there that don't know, but if you guys out there that have the first orders, you know what I mean, not the 2020 versions, but there were several recalls.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so that's what happened.
I had the recall on the wheel nut and on the brake cylinder. It was something where they were installing them improperly.
Yeah, and also there's another one for the transmission that they were supposed to drain and top off the right way. So you might want to look at that as well. And that goes for you, and that goes for you riders out there. Make sure that you guys check your bike tip-top because again, a lot of these mechanics are, you know, younger mechanics that really don't have experience with the Can Am BRP products. So a lot of them are learning as we go, but sometimes us as a community, we help to inform them and give them some advice or information that can help better the, you know, the mechanics to make the bikes better for us to run safe on the streets because, you know, you never know if a nut comes, you know, loose and you already know how that goes. It needs to be torqued at a proper step.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah. So, I mean, I've been working on mine just constantly, like more of a trial and error thing.
Yes,
you know, I've just been taking things apart, putting them back together, breezing through manuals. I say, you know what, I'm gonna see if I could do most of the work because previously from having a bike, so you know how to tinker around and you start looking at things. It's mostly all the same concept. You just got to get through it, you know?
Yes, sir. Of course, I agree.
Yeah. So, you know, I've been trying things out. I had a guy reach out to me. He was like, listen, I see you working on the bike all the time. I'm like, far from here. You think you could put this on or that on? I said, hey, man, bring it by. We'll just work it out and see whatever happens. But the dealership that I deal with out here in New York, they've been doing Can Ams for a while. He's an authorized dealer. So, I mean, of course, no one ever seen the Can Am, so it's all new to them too. But they seem to be pretty much on top of, you know, what they should know to do. I mean, I've dropped my bike off and I've been in there maybe an hour and a half, and they have got it done. So, I mean, I've heard nightmare stories, people taking Rikers back and they blow the whole riding season. You know, they're trying to fix a radiator or something like that. So, yeah, I get it.
Let me throw this in real quick.
Yeah.
So Will, co-founder, him and his wife Angie, they like to watch a lot of YouTube and see videos and things like that. That's pretty cool because they actually know a lot, learning a lot, just by watching YouTube. So YouTubers out there, you know, thumbs up to you. But when we received our bikes, right? Let's say 2018, 2020, 2019, I'm sorry. There wasn't many bikes out there, Rykers, rallies, slingshot, or spiders, the way they are now. But real quick to put that out there. So Will goes on video, finds this guy, it's a YouTuber, I got to get his name, but the guy was in a not a graveyard, but like a junkyard. And Will says, do you know that when the guy turned the camera around, the guy was saying, yeah, I don't know what these are. You know, I don't know what are they. I've never seen them before. He says there were about 5 to 6 Rykers crashed up, front ends, wheel damages, bent rims. He showed me actually the video, and I watched it. And I couldn't believe it. And I'm like, it's funny because when we got them, they weren't out. Now you have, you know, junkyards with damaged Rykers. You know what I mean? So for you guys out there that's looking for a bike that don't have the financials, you know, to spend on a bike, you can maybe go there and pick up a few bikes. I think they were like 500 a piece or 600. Just pull them out and fix whatever you can fix on them. Build yourself a Ryker, just to give, you know, the information. You can YouTube that. But I just couldn't believe that now the bikes are coming out, and they're coming out to the point where you can actually go somewhere and find them, you know, and find parts for them and things like that. You know, we didn't have that opportunity a couple years back. So everything was just, you know, building as you go, and learning as you go.
Right.
So to speak.
No, that's true. That's true because I look around like on eBay and I try to see what, you know, people have out there, and, you know, they get into an accident, they try to piece out the bike. So I'll try to maybe, let me see if they got a good wheel I could grab on and just hold on to it just in case. Yes, but I'm pretty much from taking mines apart and putting it back together, I'm pretty much, if you don't have no internal frame damage or none of those tubes are bent, I mean, it's really just plastics. And if you can, you know, work past that and pick up a piece here, pick up a piece there, you can put yourself together something real nice for cheap. Yeah. Right.
Exactly. Because as you know, the front ends, for example, you know, about $300, $400, $500. I mean, hoods are 200. You know how that goes. Yeah. Everything on that Ryker is expensive. Yeah. I mean, so it ain't for the faint of heart. You know, if you, I'm not saying you have to have a huge financial, you know, account, but you know, if you don't have full coverage insurance or something like that, you know, there's times where you're gonna have to purchase something, even accessories. I mean, I spent over, not counting the music and everything else. I mean, I'm looking at $3,000 to $4,000 alone just on accessories, music. You know how that goes.
Yeah, I'm up to about 2,000 on accessories. Actually, I think that's my biggest YouTube video when I put up. This is how much I spent on my Ryker in 1 year. Everybody was like, "Wow, already."
That's a brand new car. You have a brand new car.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So let me ask you, man. So you was on 2 wheels. Why 3 wheels?
Again, Will convinced me, man. You know, he convinced me.
Was it a hard pull though? Did you say, "Oh man, that's not a bike"?
Nah, you know, going on 2 wheels. You know, not trying to be funny, but I've went about 140, 160, maybe faster sometimes on a bike, and I knew then and there I'm playing with my life. You know,
right.
So. Not to mention we're getting older. We're not younger. I'm not 18, 21 anymore. I can't put my age out there, but you know, I'm fairly still young. So, you know, it became one of those things where it became part of life. You know, it became, you know, hey, you're getting older. You know, do you want to be on a 2-wheel and God forbid something happens, or you know, or because 9 times out of 10, it's never your fault. It's always somebody else that's, you know, I'm not going to say it's everybody's at fault. Of course, you know, sometimes bikers at fault, but the fact that I can get something that look cool, that look like something out of a comic book, you know,
right.
Not to mention it's pretty quick. I mean, yeah, it's not as, you know, as fast as your 2-wheel bike, but the change from a 2-wheel to that, knowing that I could just sit on it, give it gas and go, and I don't have to worry about shifting gears or holding up my fiance on the back of my bike or something like that. You know, it's a whole game changer.
It is.
You know, a whole game changer.
Yeah, I mean, I'm using mine as a commuting thing every day, and let me tell you, It is. It's a game changer. It's almost like it reminds me, and people ask me in the street, you know, like, oh, how was it the ride? I said, well, I guess I'll be showing my age, but you remember when you had the little big wheel when you were young, man?
Yeah, sure.
And, you know, you was pedaling that big wheel, and it was just so comfortable to sit back and just, I said, that's exactly the mood I'm in when I'm on my bike. It's just like, you know, this is smooth. And truthfully, I wasn't riding for many years. And when the Spider came out, I was like, wow, that's cool. 3 wheels, that wide design. But I was like, damn, that's a lot of money. I mean, if I'm going to spend a lot of money, I'm going to jump back on something real nice on 2 wheels, you know. And I just stayed off the riding scene for a while. And then actually one of my friends was like, yo, you seen that Ryker? I mean, I know you like the 3 wheels. So I was like, the Ryker. I looked at it. I said, holy cow, man. I said, I got to get this, man. I called everywhere in New York. Nope, 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 nope. So one guy was like, look, I know I got 4 coming in. I already got 2 sold. You want to get on this list when it comes? I was like, all right. And then that's when I picked mine up. So then exactly from there, I started doing the rides. Then I started making some YouTube videos, you know, shout out to all my followers. And, you know, people were hitting me up left and right about it. And then, you know, I started doing some ride outs, did the 9/11 ride out with the guys from here. That was a real nice event. So
Yeah,
a lot of bikes out there, you know, never forget. And from there, you know, I just started hooking up with guys and just going left and right. So I said, you know what, let me just throw this on the social media scene. And I started putting up videos. I was like, wow, this is cool. You know, a lot of people interested. A lot of people got the Rykers, a lot of people on 3 wheels.
Yes, sir.
Then I looked around and said, wait, nobody's doing a podcast for 3-wheel riders? I said, well, I said, there's my opportunity. I said, I got to start this and throw things out there. Got a lot of guys out there on YouTube, a lot of guys out on social media, Facebook. So I was like, you know what, let me start hitting guys up, see if they want to talk about it, promote their organizations, you know, tell them what they do, how they feel, what they like about the bike, you know, and so far I've been getting a lot of feedback, social media feedback, you know, so it's been a good grade. So I'm going to try to run with this idea. Like I said before, thanks for being my first guy on the podcast.
Thank you for having
Hopefully
me.
this will be epic, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm just doing it like that. But, you know, plug all your stuff, plug your channel, plug your YouTube, plug your organization, everything you want, just throw it out there for me. I'll post everything down below, but just plug it out for me.
All right, so you guys want to come check us out again? We're a riding community. Ryker Ryderz is a family-based riding community. We don't just go off of Rykers, you know. We go off of rallies, slingshots, you know, spiders, 2 wheels. Everybody's welcome. Cruisers, baggers, so forth. So it's not just, again, Rykers. So, you know, so you guys know. Again, we have branches in pretty much every state now. New York actually just opened up last week.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
We have a couple members reaching out to us. You guys can check us out on all social media platforms. Ryker Ryderz, RYDERZ, Z on the end with original. Again, we're registered trademark. We're the OGs, one of the first to come out with the Ryker Ryderz community. Also the YouTube, Ryker Ryderz. If you guys want to get up, you know, send us messages or info or anything, questions that you guys have, you guys can always hit us an email at sales@rykerryderz.com and rkykerryderzfl@gmail.com. That's where we're at now, Florida. That's our branch, or we're all of our branches. But yes, you guys can reach us pretty much on every platform at Ryker Ryderz. Also, on rykerryderz.com, we're gonna have new merchandising. As you can see, we're getting vinyl, we getting heat transfers, all kinds of, you know, designs. We're going crazy with a mask as well. You know, we do ask that our riders respect the rules and wear the mask and things like that. But again, we're non-MC. It's no funding. There's no membership fees. There's no monthly fees. We're just a community of riders that work, and we have lawyers and doctors and police officers and people that are in the military, and, you know, guys like myself that own construction companies and, you know, roofing companies, things like that. So we're just everyday, you know, family-oriented riders. Even the young guys, you know, if you guys are in college, you know, school, high school, you're more than welcome to join. There are no requirements except for, you know, just respect the rules of the streets. You know, that's it. I mean, I appreciate that.
All right, man. Thanks. You know, I appreciate it. Like I said, man, I'm just trying this out for the first time, this podcast thing. Thanks for being on. Listen, I'm gonna post all Frank's information. Ryker Ryderz with a Z, trademark. Don't copy it. You heard him. Um, listen,
Thank you.
man, cool guy. First time speaking to him. If that's the way it is, the organization is probably beautiful. Hope it grows. Hope it's something big and epic. Like
If
I
you don't
said,
mind, I'm sorry, excuse me.
go
If you
ahead.
don't mind, let everybody know who you are, your information, so that we can have everybody follow you and blow up your pages, man.
All right, thanks. Well, I'm Keith Hammer. I have a YouTube page called I Love Rod Full, LALUVRODFUL. Sounds crazy, but it's a personal joke that I've had with myself and a friend of mine for years, so I can't let it go. You can follow me now on my new podcast, Rolling on Three Wheels. You can actually email me at rollingon3wheels@gmail.com. 3, the number, not the word. You could find me on social media. I'm on Instagram as shadowblackryker, spelled out all one word. You could look for my Shadow Black Ryker. I got the most unique Ryker riding around New York right now. Props to myself, did all the work. Follow my YouTube page because I got a lot of work on there. If you want to learn how to do your lights, wrap your bike, follow me. I got it all. I got a Twitter page, Keith Hammer, goes under the alias of Serving Warrants. You can figure that out for yourself. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. That's where I'm going with it. Trying to blow up the Ryker riding community, the three-wheel community, trying to bring something, a whole new platform, a whole new platform for the three-wheel community, trying to link people up from all over. That's why I want to start this podcast and, just get everybody's feedback.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And you guys go follow him. Trust me when I tell you. One more thing.
Yeah.
So you guys know, we have built sponsors. We have right now a total of 8 different sponsors: Sling Mods, Trick LED, a few others to name. And those are the guys that you go and get your parts and accessories, most of you guys, from. So we're putting together a big, huge event in November, beginning of November, or maybe around the middle of November. Try to get most of our family members and friends, two-wheel riders, slingshots, of those natures to come to the event. We're going to do it at Tabby's Bar and Grills, located in Lake Placid, Florida, which is in Central Florida. So that would allow people from Miami and Broward County, West Palm, coming all the way up, and people from Jacksonville, Daytona, Orlando, to come down and meet for one special event. And I'm talking about, this is going to be an event that you're never going to forget. I mean, there's plenty of parking there's plenty of parking, of course, but it's plenty of space in and out. This place is huge. Used to be a bowling alley in the back, which they still have, but it's a nice bar restaurant. It's in front of ours. So there's going to be sponsors out there. We're going to have raffles, free giveaways. I mean, for example, Sling Mods they're going to send us a bunch of products that we can give away when we raffle and things like that. So just to let you guys know, look out for that. The other thing is, I want to say thank you to everybody out there that's been joining us, all the newest members, prospects, and everybody else, captains, the presidents, security, everybody that's been making this Ryker Ryderz dream come true for us. Will said to me the other day that he didn't expect for this, because I actually sat down and said, Will, do you realize how big this has grown? And he was like, yeah, I see that. He was like, I wasn't expecting for it to jump off like that. But myself, marketing, advertising, you guys see that I'm online all day, almost every day, even while working. Even when I'm sleeping, I'm working. That's me. I love marketing. I love, advertising. Again, we're not out to make money off for anybody. Products like shirts and stuff, of course, we have to dish out money. So, of course, we're going to try to, help you guys out the best way possible.
Course, yeah.
And maybe, but we don't charge for anything else. We don't charge membership fees. We don't charge fees for this or that. We don't do that. Again, we're not an MC. We're an RC. So shout out to, Trick LED, Sling Mod, shout out Tito Sounds, myself, Millions Empire, Millions Construction, and other sponsors that we have coming on board. For example, Custom Panther Customs. You can follow them on Instagram, and other companies. I mean, we're trying to get energy drinks. We're trying to get a few local bars or hotels to jump in. And for you guys, again, when you come down to the event, we have local hotels around the area that's going to give us huge discounts. Great. So you mentioned Ryker Ryderz, being at the event, and you can get a room pretty cheap, nice rooms in a local area. And most of the hotels are new, things like that. So Just to let you guys know, we're doing it big. And if you want to join, you have my information. You have Ryker Ryderz. Each branch is different. They have their own information. And, we have our meetings once a week to go over everything that's going on. So you're more than welcome to join the family. We look forward to it. And I just want to say, Keith, thank you for having us on. And everybody go follow him and definitely start checking out the podcast, because this guy's building. He's one of the original OGs. When you guys getting these bikes in 2020, you're putting raps and music and this and that, you guys don't know that we had to find things to put on the bikes.
Exactly.
So
yeah, man. Thanks. I appreciate it. Look, I appreciate you. Thanks for being on. I appreciate your organization, what they doing.
Thank you.
I'm gonna sign this off now. I'm definitely gonna have him back. I'm gonna try to get his partner on too, his co-founder. Yes, so we're gonna do it big. Like I said, it's my first one. I'm putting it out there. It's gonna be on all podcasts. You look for the advertisement. I'm gonna throw a media blitz out. Thanks everybody. Subscribe, watch, join. Appreciate it. It's a wrap. Thanks, bro.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All
you
right,
enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you for having us on Ryker Ryderz.
Perfect, man. I'll be in touch with you soon, man.